We're back out here on Way of the Hunter, and this is going to be a pretty fun day because today we're going to try and do some exploring, and not only that, we're going to try and find ourselves a beautiful muley buck. But first off, check this out. Look at how we can climb with this Jeep. Like, this is absolutely unreal. The fact that we just climbed this rock wall. I'm totally hooked with this. Check this out. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Climb, climb, climb. Oh, no way. Oh, keep going, keep going. Keep going. Come on, just a little further. Just a little further. Oh, whoa, look at that buck. Holy. That's a freaking beautiful muley. Do you see that thing? Oh my God. We're just cruising around and all of a sudden I jumped up a bunch of deer. I didn't know there was a giant muley in the herd though. I thought it was just a bunch of does. I was trying to get close to them. Now I don't know where they're gonna go. I don't want to lose sight of that big buck though. We gotta try and figure out where he's gonna head to. He's cutting hard right. He's cutting hard right. Keep an eye on him. Now I know technically you're not supposed to hunt like this, but you know what? We're not hunting. We're just scouting. We're scouting this massive muley. Man, he looks incredible. If we get this buck, he's getting mounted for sure. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! A doe came out of nowhere. No, I don't want to go through this stuff. Oh, no. Come on, come on, come on. Don't lose him, don't lose him. You can always track him, I suppose, but it's going to be kind of difficult. Wow, that's some mad skills right there. There they go, there they go, there they go. Okay, so it looks like we kind of got him heading out to an opening out here. So we're going to chill out on the vehicle and we're going to kind of let them calm down. There they go. Okay, cool, cool, cool. If you're looking at a certain spot and you hit the X button, it puts a mark right in the center of your crosshair. Check that out. So that's really, really, really important. After you hunt an animal and you take the shot, make sure you mark that spot because it's extremely difficult to find the blood on this game. Just ask Ron McTube about that one. All right, so now we know where we last saw that giant buck. Man, he is so incredible. I just want to get a better view of that thing. Like I said before, we jumped up a bunch of muley. What I'm doing right now is I'm basically trying to unlock all the lodges. And then I jumped up this massive herd of mule deer. It appeared to be all does. So I thought. And then next thing I know, this massive, super incredible racked muley jumps up and ran right beside us. And I think you guys got a really good view of that thing. But I'll tell you what, we are definitely going after him. We are 100% gonna spot and stalk and find this incredible muley buck. Well, we last saw him going through this opening here, and there's a bunch of trees between us and where he probably should be. But then there's also a couple more openings on the back side. So he could be anywhere in this inlet. Well, according to the map, the river goes all the way down here. And the wind is actually blowing directly towards that river. So I'm almost imagining that they probably cut down here. Is that the edge of the map? No, the map goes way out there. That's just the edge of where we're at right here. So that big buck should be probably down here. And if we take it easy and work our way over there, we might get eyes on him. All right, so I think we're gonna climb up to the top of this cliff here and we're gonna look down this overhang. There's a really good chance our giant buck should be down there somewhere. Any minute now, he should be coming back feeding through that valley. So if we can get up to the top here, we're gonna be sitting pretty good. I don't know how high up we can actually go here. Maybe we can climb up to the top. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, look at this. All the way to the top. All the way up. All the way up. Man, check out this view. What an incredible view from up here. You gotta be down there somewhere. Alright guys, well unfortunately we were unable to find that giant muley anywhere along that river bottom. We hunted that whole bottom all the way up to the cliff. We went to the top. I covered at least 2-3 miles past that point and he was nowhere to be found. But at least one thing is good. That is, we know where his habitat is. We know right here is where he pretty much hangs out all the time. Look how thick it is right here. Look at all those spruce trees. So what I want to do is come back here either tomorrow or the next morning and try and work our way into this position here, but maybe come in from the opposite side. We'll make sure we have a really good wind, and since the wind's blowing that way, we'll probably come in from that side of the bridge over there and maybe post up, I don't know, somewhere over here and look down and spot this whole valley, and hopefully we can spot that giant buck bedded out here somewhere. That might be our buck. It's a long ways out there, but that might be him. For some reason I can't get a spotting on it. I don't know why. I literally can spot all these other deer in the brush, but I can't spot this big buck. Oh, it's him, it's him, it's him. Well, I don't know if it's the same buck, but it's definitely a big buck. So if I get a shot, I'm gonna take it for sure. There's quite a bit of deer over there. I don't think it's the same herd because there's a few bucks in there. The herd that we saw didn't have any. It only had that one giant buck and that was it. All right, guys, there he is right there. He's stepping out. That's going to be our shot. Here we go. I said 190, right? No, 290. So we'll go for 300 just to play it safe. .300 standing is a very, very extremely difficult shot. No! Did we just heart shoot that thing? But he is absolutely laying right there. Like, he did not even flinch. He went down almost as if we hit him with a friggin' 300 Magnum. And we're only using a 243 caliber rifle. All right, this buck was so far away that I honestly couldn't tell. Like, I couldn't tell you how big he really was. As we're getting closer to him here, he's starting to look pretty decent. You know, I knew he was a decent buck, but I couldn't tell how big he was because it was quite a ways out there. But here he is here. We're approaching him right now. And it's looking pretty nice. Pretty nice indeed. Wow. That just doesn't have a ton of mass. But I mean, look at all the blood here. Wow. Let's pick him up and find out what in the heck we actually did in fact hit. All right, so there you go. We got him right in the neck bone. The shot was 286 yards, but that spine dropped him right on the spot. I think that's our first ever spine shot on a mule deer. And he's a good buck. He's not as big as what I thought, but yeah, he's a good buck. He's like the one we got yesterday, which scored 321. That was our biggest buck that we did in fact get yesterday. So let's take a look at the score on this buck here. Okay, so here we go. He scored 284.8. Now that's a decent buck, not nearly as big as the one that we got yesterday, but to be able to drop him at that distance at almost 300 yards with one shot is pretty impressive. Now, I definitely was not trying to hit him in the spine. We got a little bit of raise, it looks like there. I kind of wish I could figure out a way to like close this view off right here so I could see like the fur, but I don't think it's possible. Nah. But anyways, I was holding for, dude, I was legitly holding for right here to compensate for that wind. And it still pushed us like 1.5 feet to the left. That's exactly what happened. We would have hit right here, but we were a little bit high. But the wind pushed it so far that we ended up catching him right in the neck and dropping him right on the spot. Still pretty cool. Still pretty cool. Ooh, we just found a beautiful whitetail buck. And in fact, it's going to be our first nice whitetail buck. He's right down here. He just crossed this little crossing. And I don't know where exactly he's going to come out. but we gotta try and figure it out. He's right. See how they went down that little dip? There's like a hill right there, right? So there's the doe. But you see where this deer is? That's right where that buck was, and it kept going this way. Now, if I had to guess, I would say he's gonna feed out this way and then come out over here. So if we work our way down this river here, we should be able to kind of cut him off. And I think it just might work out. Oh my God, is that our big buck? That's a muley. That's our big muley we've been looking for this whole time. I can't even believe we found him. Unbelievable. Alright, tell you what, we're going to mark that exact location so we don't lose him this time. Because we are not going to get a shot off. He's walking directly away from us, but we also have a really nice whitetail buck right here. So we're going to be patient and we're going to focus on this buck. The wind is not very good, I just noticed that. But we're kind of working our way around here. And the buck should be down here. So I don't think the wind's going to affect us too much. Remember, the buck is right down there. He's kind of feeding his way up this direction. It totally looked just like a deer laying there, but as we're looking closer now, I'm deciding that it's definitely not a deer, it's a rock. But our big whitetail should be right. Oh my God, there he is. Oh, look at the rack on that buck. Oh, that's a nice whitetail. It's gonna be our first whitetail buck too. Look at all the points on that thing. I don't know exactly how big it is. I kind of want to remove that marker over there. But yeah, we're gonna remove that marker actually. That's where the big muley went. But yeah, it's way better now. Okay, let's put our hunter sense on here so we can try and figure out how big this buck actually is. Ooh, it's a mature. What's this one now? That's a young buck. Okay. What's that one? Another mature, but it's only a 1-star mature. This here is a 2-star mature. So that's going to be about as big as we can really get for bucks, and he's about 100 yards out. Alright, I'm going to turn the hunter sense off. I'm going to zero in for 100 yards. Okay, so we're pretty much spot on for range. Now it's just a matter of finding the right buck. That should be him there, huh? Yeah, that's gonna be him for sure. I want to double check. That's definitely him. Okay. There he goes, there he goes. Smoked him. In fact, I think he might have went down. Unless that's him there. Look at him haul. Holy, they're fast. Alright, so I'm pretty sure that buck went down almost instantly. Because I never actually saw him run. So I'll tell you what, let's go over there and go have a look. And not only that, after that, we're gonna go right over here, which that reminds me. Whoa! Dude, that's the deer we jumped up. I told you there was more deer there. Oh my God, she's hit. She freaking hit. We hit her on the run. Ah, I'm empty. I'm empty. She's hit. I'm quite impressed with that shot. To be able to hit that deer on the run like that. And we got to go over there anyways. Here's what I want to do. I'm going to mark that spot because that's where we saw that big muley walk by. All right, now we're going to go over here. Make sure we're fully reloaded. And we should be able to find this whitetail buck down here somewhere. I wonder if that's... Oh, dude, he's laying right here. We smoked him. Did we drop him on the spot? Did we? I don't know, but look at the blood everywhere here. Wow. There we go. Our first whitetail buck, and it happens to be a beautiful whitetail. Looks to be a 10-pointer. Nice. All right, let's pick it up. Ooh, shot was a little bit high. Looks like we hit it in the spine. Okay. Another spine shot. So 2 spine shots here. I'm not exactly sure how we hit this one in the spine, to be honest, but you know what? That's our first whitetail buck down, nonetheless. And he happens to be a 12 pointer. All right, let's find out just how big this buck really was here. 324 pounds. He was a 2-star trophy rating. And he's gonna score 319. It's a pretty big buck. Definitely a pretty big buck, but I don't think we'll quite get it mounted. Once we get one that's like 3 or 4 stars or more, then we'll probably mount it. But I'll tell you what, if we get this muley, we're gonna mount him in a heartbeat for sure. Yeah, I can't quite figure out why we hit that buck in the neck. I mean, I understand the one before that. 300 yards, anything can happen, but that deer was walking though, so I was trying to compensate for the lead, I suppose, and that could have been why. I mean, nonetheless, if you're gonna drop a buck like that at 100 yards out on the walk, it's still a pretty good shot. All right, so here's where we last saw that giant muley that we saw in the very beginning this morning in our Jeep. He was going over this hill here, and to me, it looks like a wide open field. Look it, there's a deer trail right here. Definitely a nice spot for him to hang out and bed back here. But I think they're all gone. Whoa, 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 whoa. What did we just figure out here? Are these whitetail? No, mule deer. Oh, big buck. What am I spotting? That's not the big buck. 3-star mature muley. Oh, that is him. He's 150 yards right there. That's exactly what I'm zeroed in for. Smoked. Dude, I think we just got our big buck. I think we just got him. Oh my god. I knew they'd be out here somewhere. Tried to put a headshot on her, but that was awesome. He was bedded right there, 120 yards out. He stood up, perfectly broadside. I held right on the heart because I didn't want to hit high this time. Oh my god, I really hope. I hope that was our buck. You know what I realized? We never actually spotted him this morning. Like, we legit didn't spot this buck. So the fact that I just spotted him right now and it showed 3 stars and mature, that goes to show you how big he really is. All right, he was right over here, and if you look right there, that means this buck is definitely going down. We got a vital hit, guys. Heck yes. We got ourselves a giant muley to find now. That's also what that means. And let's try and figure out which way it ran off to, because I have no clue. All right, let's see. In case you're wondering what this marker is for, this marker is for me so I can indicate on what road to get to try and get to this outpost, which I'm trying to unlock. But until then, I just have this mark here, but I'm gonna remove it for now because it's kind of bothering me a little bit. All right, so we got really good blood here. That's the one thing that I'm not super excited about this game that I'm noticing, because if you get a single lung hit, you're gonna have way more blood than just one spot. Way more. Maybe not as much as double lung, I get that. But like, is there blood here? Okay, there we go. Alright, so we got blood, finally. Now we know kind of rough what direction he went. Now we know kind of roughly what direction he went. And we'll continue on going this way. In hopes of finding some more blood. I've been looking for the last 25 minutes, running in circles, 250, 300 yards away. And I finally found another drop of blood. Look at where I found it. I mean, how do you expect me to find this blood? I had to walk through here extremely slow. I had to turn off all the tracks so that only the blood was on. And then I managed to get lucky enough to find some more blood. Wow. Up there's where I marked where I thought I saw something piled up. But I already went over there and checked and there's nothing over there. But at least we know what direction to go. Alright, come on. Find some more blood here. Ran right through these trees. Did it cut left or it cut right? It had to have. Is that it right there? Well, one thing's for sure. I can definitely mark last blood. Is this blood? Yes. Oh my god. I've never been so excited to find blood before. This is absolutely ridiculous. Some more blood. Just barely. More blood. More blood and more blood. And there lays our giant buck, guys. Oh my god. We found him. I can't believe how happy I am right now. But if you saw how long we've been trying to track down this buck, you'd be absolutely just blown away. But here he is. What a massive, incredible muley. And that is the buck that we saw this morning. We finally got him. It all paid off. I even had this game crash 2 different times already. The whole entire map is full of markers and stuff because I was trying to find this buck. But we found him. Alright, let's pick him up. I am so curious. How in the heck this thing ran 150 yards? We're about to find out. I mean, were we shooting a 22 at this thing or what? A double lung shot? It's centered perfectly? Yeah. I mean, if I had to take that shot again, I would do the exact same thing. So I don't quite understand why this thing is not bleeding at all. I just don't quite understand it. And the fact that I was zeroed in for 100 yards and I was holding for right here. We got a bit of raise, it seems like, but yeah, that definitely should have bled way more. Nonetheless, let's take a look at this giant buck that we finally did get. Man, look at the spread on that thing. And he's got some really good height, awesome tines. He's just an overall amazing buck. It's gonna be a 3-star trophy rating. And he's a mature. He weighed 355 pounds. Now remember, before this, our biggest buck of all time scored 321. Now, this buck is gonna score 350. That is by far our biggest buck, and we're definitely getting him mounted, especially after the amount of work that went in to getting this thing and finding him. Oh my god. Oh. I was over there running through all that thick brush for so long. When apparently the buck went right down here on the bottom of this hill and piled up. So you can see this grass here pretty much covers up most of the stuff. And so we tracked him all the way to the end of that tree right there. And there was hardly any blood anywhere. And that deer ran right through that brush the whole entire time. We hit him right there, and he ran right through here. And then he cut out right here, and he piled up. Is that blood? No, those are tracks. Going this way. Tracks. Okay, this is pretty ridiculous. I can't figure out where this deer went, and we smoked it. I really want to find this buck so bad. And honestly, like, there's nothing I can do about it right now. It's not like we have the tracks off. We have the tracks on. There's literally nothing else I can do. Is this blood? No, it's not. Oh. Please tell me this is blood. It's not. It's tracks. Well, honestly, like, at this point, what we should do is mark last blood here. Okay, that's roughly last blood. And it was headed this way. So I guess we'll just run over here and hope that we find it somewhere. Because man, I honestly don't know what else to do at this point. But what's important is we never gave up. And in the end, we found him. But not only did we find him, the game crashed 2 different times. Then, we finally found him. That definitely made for one heck of an epic hunt though, I'll tell you that much for sure. Anyways, with that, that's gonna be it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.